Time now for Utah's most accurate forecast with Alana Brophy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
All right, some dark skies out there as storms move through the state.
Yet another active day, Alana.
Yeah, strong storms this time for the Wasatch Front and the northern half of the state. Live view from the ABC4 studios. We've got dark clouds overhead. We've seen some gusty winds, but we know there's plenty of lightning and some heavy rain associated with the storms that are impacting us. As we zoom in, you're able to see on the western end of the Salt Lake Valley over towards West Jordan daybreak. We've got dark clouds, some hail coming down in Harriman, as well as south of that towards Eagle Mountain, where we're seeing a decent amount of lightning. Also heading north, some echoes of moisture over Layton and I-15, backside of the Wasatch towards Morgan and Eden, now getting thunderstorm activity. Eastern side of the state peppering in, some big lightning, folks. We're seeing it towards Duchesne, over Castle Country, towards Fairview, near Provo, and now moving over Utah Lake. So definitely these storms packing a punch, and you want to take shelter if you're out and about. As we step back, you're able to see that most of this energy is focused in northern Utah. Today, the southern portion of the state dealing with southwesterly winds, but not seeing the storms that we're seeing. Live view from Utah Lake, where as you look towards the distance, you can't even make out the lake mountains because we've got a downpour coming through. Wind gusts 32 miles per hour in Salt Lake, 33 in Wendover. Look at some of those big numbers for the northern half of the state. We've got rain outside the studio. Can hear it hitting the building. Upper level low kind of hanging out in the Intermountain West, and that's what's triggering these storms. We've got that stalled front noticeable there. Lots of lightning in our neighboring state, and in the last several hours you watch as the cloud cover increased with our southwesterly flow dragging more moisture into the state, and then the storms ripe for development. We knew there was a possibility we could see a marginal risk for the northwest corner of the state, and that's what we're seeing. Temperatures dropping as a result of these storms. We were in the mid 80s. We were 10 degrees warmer an hour ago, and now those numbers straight 70s across the Wasatch Front, 80s in eastern Utah, 90s down south. With all this warmth, we are quickly melting our record snowpack. Right here we are today at 7.3 inches of snow water equivalent left. It's coming off of the mountains quickly, which means our rivers, they're flowing high, fast, and cold. This is the view of Little Cottonwood Creek. Goodness, that just tells the story. While this area is not under a flood warning, it is one of the spots that we monitor closely because it is above action stage and near flooding happening near the Logan River, Little Bear River towards Paradise. So these are spots not dealing with active flood alerts, but Utah waterways staying very high. Okay, other type of flooding, flash flooding. We've talked about that for the last 2 days. Canyonlands has the possibility of seeing that flooding tomorrow, and so does the swell. But notice how a lot of the Mighty Five back off. They dry out, so that drier pattern in southern Utah holds on because of the positioning of that low. You see it in the corner of the state. Windy conditions will stay as we head towards 7 p.m. We still have active conditions along the Wasatch Front, so this evening these storms are going to be hit or miss. Some folks will see them, but overall an unsettled pattern. We watch as those kind of push north slightly to the northeast. Dry for the overnight. We had nocturnal storms last night. Tonight we're going to get drier conditions, but the chance for isolated activity holds on for our Wednesday by the afternoon and evening, especially in northwestern Utah, and then into Thursday as well. We get central Utah into the mix where storm development's possible. So we're going from scattered storms to isolated storms as we make it through the work week. That marginal risk, there it is, noticeable there. It also comes with an excessive rainfall risk for that portion of the state, and we know the potential's there for these storms to produce those heavy downfalls and some localized flooding. 70s and 80s for highs tomorrow, 70s and 80s on the eastern side of the state. We'll see those numbers staying consistent on the I-15 corridor and low 90s in St. George. Again, drier air in the south with unsettled conditions in the north. Here's a look at the next 7 days as we take a check on Washington County. You're able to see that we stay fairly dry with those temperatures in the upper 80s, low 90s for the next week. Then this does include the Memorial Day forecast here, 93 on Monday with dry conditions down in St. George. Wasatch Front, well, not so lucky. We stay unsettled. Scattered storms to hold on, becoming more isolated as we get towards the work weekend. Slight chance over Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day itself, the storm threat actually increases and it holds on through Tuesday. So if you have outdoor plans, you have to stay weather aware. We're all anxious after this winter, but safety first.
Of course. Thank you for keeping us informed. Always, Alana.